Okay, what we're going to do in this tutorial is we're going to go ahead and do an animation of a robot arm. So you already have this file. What I want you to do is we're going to name everything. So if you click on here, yours isn't named. So you want to click on here, and you want to click here, and just call it base. Okay. This one is called base underscore joint. You could pause the video to get the name of that. This one's called leg. This is called elbow joint. This one's called arm. This is wrist joint. We call that one finger 1. We're going to call that finger 2. Okay, so we have base joint, leg, elbow joint, arm, wrist joint, finger 1, finger 2. Okay, very good. So now what we have to do is we have to group all this stuff together. So what I want you to do is we're going to go to Window, Hypergraph Hierarchy. It's going to open up this big window with all our objects in the scene, okay? So what we want to do is we want to highlight everything. So this one, I'm holding Shift while I do this. We're actually going to, let's go ahead and highlight everything. Hit Control G on your keyboard. Control G. That will create a group. We're going to right click on this group and we're going to rename it Robot. Okay. We're actually going to take the base out. Let's say something's in here we don't want it there. So I have to click my middle mouse button and drag it out. Okay. Alright. Now what we have to do is we have to set up the pivot point. So let's click our rotate tool. We notice if we rotate it, it'll do this. Right? That is not right. So we're going to hit Insert on our keyboard. We'll bring this point back. Bring it over. Okay, open over. Just like that. Okay, very good. So now when I go ahead and rotate it, I get that. Okay? Very good. Now let's go ahead and do the upper arm. Hit Control G. Right click on this. Rename it upper arm. Okay, very good. Take your rotate tool, hit Insert. I'm going to put it right there. Okay, hit Insert. Well, you could just click on and off. Very good. So now the groups are set up. I'm not going to bother with this one. We don't need to. So what we want to do here is we want to hit Insert, and we want this pivot point to be at the base, right there. And we're going to do the same here. Hit Insert. Okay. Then we open it. See that? Do that. Very good. Okay, we're going to actually go ahead and open these up. Alright, so this will be the initial position of our scene. Let's go ahead and do the animation. So we're going to first go ahead and highlight all these and just hit S. Make sure you're on frame 1. Okay, that'll set the initial position. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to grab the arm, the upper arm group, and if you go to top view, it'll make this a little easier. Let's go over to frame 10, and we're going to rotate this over, highlight everything, and hit S. Okay, so now I have that. Okay. Now Now, if we go to maybe this view, we might just need our 3D view here. Let's do that. Let's go to frame 25 and bring it down. Oops. Okay. Highlight everything and hit S. Okay, now you'll notice the ball's a little out of range, so we're just going to go ahead and move it over here. Over there. This is a bit of a cheat, but it's okay. If you're getting this, double click, and instead of world, go to object. It'll make your life easier. So I just double clicked, and I went to axis orientation object. Just makes it a lot easier. Okay, it's pretty good. Just want to test something real quick. That's good. All right. So you have to here highlight the ball and hit S. So let's check out what we have so far. Very good. Okay, we're going to go to frame 30. We're going to grab this one, highlight it, close it in on the ball. Grab this one, highlight it, close it in on close it in on the ball. Could intersect it a little bit. That's okay. Highlight everything and hit S. So now we have this. Okay, very good. And let's key the ball there too. Okay, good. Now let's go to frame 45. We're going to take the upper arm group here, rotate it up. Highlight everything and hit S. Okay, this is where it gets annoying. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move our ball now. Okay. Hit S. Hit S. We're going to manually kind of keyframe it here. See how I'm doing. See how it's moving over? That's no good. So we could always just fix it by moving it over like that. Hit S. Hit S. Okay, good. Let's try putting world. See if this makes our life any easier. Not really. Okay, good. Hit S. Let's see what this looks like. This might look a little weird. Let's find out. Yes. Okay, we might have to fix a few frames. Let's fix that frame. Okay, I'm just going to pause the video and finish that up real quick. Okay, so now we have a nice little animation. And we're going to go ahead and maybe go to 55 here. Grab this. Move it over to here. Oops. A little bit more. And hit S. Highlight everything actually and hit S. So now we have this. Okay, now you have to do the same thing with the ball. So I'm going to pause the video and take a minute to do the ball. We're going to do just what we did. Quick review. Go over a few frames. Grab your ball. Hit S. I'm going to have to go back a few frames sometimes if you do too many, because it'll look weird. Okay. Alright, so I'll pause the video now and do the rest. Very good. So now we have this. Alright. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to click this. This will magically move over. With S. Go over a few frames. Let's just do this. So we have this, okay? Let's go to top view to see where we're at. Okay, that's good. Alright, so now what we'll do is, let's go to frame 60. So let's do that. Good. Let's highlight all this and hit S. And what we're going to do is let's go to frame 70 and we'll open up the arms. Highlight everything. Hit S. Okay, right about there the ball should start to fall. So grab the ball. Hit S. Let's go to about 85. Hit S. And let's check out our animation. Very good. Looks pretty good. There you go. So what we learned how to do here is we learned how to name objects using the channel box. We learned how to group objects using this hypergraph window. We learned that every time we move something we have to highlight everything and key it. If you don't do that you won't get these distinct animations with the grippers, with these end effectors. They'll just look like they're moving throughout the whole scene. So you see how it's all coordinated. It's really good. And we also learned, as I said before, about some animation coordination between, movements. So as you can see, the robot arm moves down, grips. It's a nice fluid animation. This could have been done a little bit more clever in terms of maybe having the robot arm knock it, but you'd have to manipulate the ball more, which would be tricky. So I hope you found this tutorial interesting and informative, and you'll be able to apply it for the next project.